Happy Friday from Simon Says Stamp. I am Heidi Crowell, Simon's mama, founder here at Simon Says Stamp, and today I get the great pleasure of showcasing tons of inspiration for you. We've got a giveaway for you, we've got some announcements for you, and our exclusive collection is called Just a Note. So of course we've got just a note. Few notes for you. Reed, thank you for being here, for moderating. Woo. Yeah, big round of applause for Reed. So Reed's going to be watching your questions in the chat, and he's also going to be choosing one lucky person who chats with us. Just type, if you're watching us on YouTube live or on rewatch, you can comment. Can you comment on rewatch in the chat though, or they have to comment?
Chat. It would be on the actual video.
So did you hear that? If you're watching live, you get a few advantages today. Never mind, it's thundering and lightning. Look how light it is. It's noon here in Ohio and it's dark, and I love a storm. I don't know, can they hear the thunder? It just like rolls across.
A lot of weather talk.
Back to the fact that we're live. If you're watching live, I've got some fun surprises for you. One is you could win this beautiful card kit. It's our August card kit of the month, so you can get it if you're a lucky winner from our chat. So Reed's going to be watching the chat, and he's going to choose one person at the end of the live who's going to get this very kit that I will be showing you in a few minutes. Also, if you're watching live, I have a special coupon code for people. I just think it's fun to give you something extra when you're watching live. The coupon code is NEW2, the number 2, U. NEW, see it right? Ooh, there, NEWT2U. And that code is valid until August 15th. So if you're watching us on rewatch, you could get a sneak at that code too. But I'm still so excited to have all this inspiration for you. Before I start the inspiration, I want to remind you of a few notes. So here in Ohio, there is an event every year in August. It's called Stampaway. Thank you to Stampers Anonymous. They are our hosts of Stampaway. And anybody can come to Stampaway. You know, we did create a few months ago here in Columbus, Ohio. Stampaway is in Cincinnati, Ohio. And if you go to stampawayusa.com, you can get tickets. It's next Friday, August 4th, and Saturday, August 5th. I will tell you, Friday is a special night. It's only a few hours. If you purchase your tickets ahead of time, you're assured to get in. It usually sells out. We do have extra specials for the first, I believe, 200 people that come to our booth on Friday. It's a beautiful gift. So if you come to our booth and make a purchase Friday night, the first 200 people will get a gift. And if you're it's in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's at the Sharonville Convention Center. It's all day also on Saturday, and I'm pretty sure you can show up Saturday and get tickets at the door. It doesn't usually sell out on Saturday. Tickets at the door, Sharonville Convention Center. If you want more information, Stampaway USA. And you're probably wondering, well, is Simon Says Stamp coming to Stampaway? Of course we're coming to Stampaway. We love stamps. I mean, if stamps have a name, come on. So Simon Says Stamp will have a booth. We're also going to be doing make and takes for you, free of charge, in our booth. If you get into the show, that means you can do a make and take with us. I'll be doing make and takes. Lauren here in our office will be doing make and takes. Who knows who else is going to be make and takes? Our people who are working in the booth. Reed's going to be there too. So Reed will also be there. Yeah, come say hi. Shop, say hi, do a make and take, browse, have fun, talk to people in person. It's kind of a novelty these days to finally get to do that again. The other piece of news is we have a blog hop. This release in front of me today is exclusive to Simon Says Stamp, and there are bloggers all over the world who are showcasing on their blogs inspiration for you using these products. And if you go to the simonsaystampblog.com, that's the first stop. You go there, you'll see beautiful inspiration, you'll check out the products, and we'll have a link to the next stop on the blog hop. And don't forget, if you see something you like, all you have to do is use that coupon code, NEW2, and the letter U. Boy, next time I think we'll have a different coupon code, so it's not so hard for me to explain. NEW2U. Okay, but it's in the chat, so if you need any help with the coupon code, it's in the chat. And that code's available to August 15th. Also, I guess I've got a few other pieces of housekeeping I'll mention before we go into the inspiration. Other piece of housekeeping is if you want to make a purchase on our brand new website, make sure you create an account. If you create a new account. If you use the same email address you used on our old site, they will automatically link together. So you'll be able to see your account history, you'll be able to see your wish list, all of those things. We worked really hard. Trust me, we worked literally for years to make this happen for you. So all you have to do is say you're gonna enter a new account, use your same email address, or if you are new to Simon Says Stamp, welcome, join us, inspiration abound. So with that being said, I think, Reed, we will move on to the inspiration portion. We'll go da-da-da-da-da. So I've got a few of my favorite things that Reed's got on the camera. We do have these sponge pouncers. These are available at Simon Says Stamp. They were also in our card kit, so you probably got a little sneak peek of those babies if you were looking at our card kits. All right, you asked and we answered. If you're familiar with our positively saturated full-sized ink pads, which I'll bring one over to you so you can see it, this is a full-size Simon Says ink pad that comes to you already labeled with the color on the side. So if you store yours like I like to store mine, you don't even have to do the extra work of labeling. But many of you asked for our positively saturated inks in ink cube form, and so we have made it come true. I don't know if the names of these are on the back. Nope. So is
Blue skies and blue seas.
Blue skies, I guess that blue skies. It's fun. We name is Beth in the chat?
Yep,
okay. Beth is moderating the chat. So if you guys have questions in the chat, Beth will answer those for you as well. But Beth was on a call with me earlier today, and we have more colors coming out, and we have a lot of fun when we're naming these. And this is blue sea. Blue seas. So there's 6 cubes. If you notice, they play nicely together. We did that on purpose. And these are available exclusively at Simon Says Stamp. And I'll tell you, to get 6 colors for $19.99 is a great value for space, for cost, for all of that. What's happening, Reed? I see your hand up in the air.
They're really excited about the cubes. They're asking questions. Will we receive new Simon Says Stamp colors anytime soon?
You're asking this question out loud, so does that mean I have to answer it?
I think if you use it abstract, that's fine too. Let's just say
Of course.
we're not saying no.
Oh, we're not saying no. Reed should just answer the questions. We're not saying no, but you know I love color. And the people who work here at Simon Says Stamp, Nina, Sherry, Beth, Susan, Stephanie, Reed, we all love color too. So of course we're gonna have more colors coming out for Simon Says Stamp. We're gonna have our traditional colors in a positively saturated ink coming out in cubes, as well as we do have up our sleeve some beautiful new colors that we will be working on, that we've already, they're already worked on. They're already in the works. Okay. Card by Heather Rui, so I'll get back on track. I was showcasing while I was talking the citrus slice background die. Isn't this gorgeous? You can play with this a lot of ways because it cuts out these circles, which are reminiscent of citrus, of a lime, but there's other ways to do it too. Like look at this card by Tina Smith. Boy, Tina Smith is on fire. Tina Smith used our August card kit, which I'll show you in a little bit, to make the most beautiful cards on her blog. I'm gonna go ahead and skip for something I had kind of set aside a little further away from me. These layered sunflower stencils. I love these and cannot wait to show you this card that Heather Rui has made for you. So this is a set of 3, and these are larger stencils. So really, the larger means there's more possibilities. You can still use these if you're a card maker. You just very simply layer these on top of each other, ink blend with those, ink blend with those, and ink blend with those, or you can use texture paste or really anything you want with your stencils. But this is then what the finished looks like. However, if you really want to see what the finish looks like, look at this card by Heather Rui. I love it. So she took a different approach. She actually layered with all black. And isn't that cool? So simple, fun, elegant. It's a long, slimline card. But if you want to see somebody who took it to colors, there's Tina. Tina colored hers in 3 different layers, 3 different colors, and created this gorgeous card. And I've got another gorgeous card. This one's by Nina Marie Trapani. Nina, read Trapani. I know, I always call her Nina. How do I, Trapani?
Trapani's correct.
One of these days,
Nina's
Nina.
in the chat. Will you phonetically spell your name?
Yeah, Nina's in the chat. Nina, can you help us? I mean, we've only worked together, what, 104 years? But, you know, when you get to know somebody so well, you don't really use their last name anymore. So, Nina, help me make sure I'm saying your name right. Okay, so this card is Barbara Terriau. I know I said that right. I've practiced that for a little while because I said it wrong for a long time, but I'm getting better. Okay, so these are all using layered sunflowers, this stencil set. Again, this is all part of our Just a Note collection available exclusively at Simon Says Stamp. And here's another little peek of the citrus slice die in the background. This card is by Cindy from CRN Cards. Oh! Are you wondering where Cindy got this cute little paw where she put her recipes on the back? This is a sticky note. These are our positively sticky notes, and so this is a really good way to use it. You put the items you used to make the card on that sticky note. Another way to use those sticky notes, oh, look at the surprise inside there. I didn't even know that was going to be in there. Cindy, thank you. Another way to use the sticky notes are to put the note on the inside of the card and write your message on the note. And then the person who received your card can take off the note, save it, put it on their desk. I put a lot of notes in my bathroom next to my mirror. I love their positive notes. And then you can either save and display this card, or you can now put a new sticky note in there and pass it along like a pen pal to somebody else. So the card can go to multiple people, or save it, display it, make it a piece of art, whatever you want. See, we take the time to hand make cards. We might as well save them and cherish them. So Cindy used this stamp set to make that card, and this one is called So Swell. Look at these sentiments. I think you're swell, waving hello, let's sail away. I love this font, gorgeous. And then the minor sentiments, I call them minor, the smaller ones. Wish you were here, I'm so lucky to know you, and leave this mess behind. Waving hello and leave this mess behind, I can see that. And then of course, we have coordinating dies. So once you stamp, you can cut out just like Cindy did here. And also, just like Mindy Egan, thank you Mindy for sending this card. She used that sunflower stencil in the background, and then she stamped with I Think You're Swell and die cut with the I Think You're Swell stamp set. Let me put this back on Cindy's gorgeous card so we know exactly the products she used to make this card. If you ever visit us at one of our in-person events, you'll see we like to display these cards at Create, and even at Stampaway we display these cards. And a lot of times people pick up the card and look at the back to see exactly the products were used, because sometimes they want to purchase exactly that product. So I hope if you come to Stampaway, you'll pick up the cards that we have on display and see that the recipe for the card is on the back. This stamp set is called Plant Sentiments, and you can see Cindy used Plant Sentiments for the middle here, and then she used that sunflower stencil. See, I'm telling you, that sunflower stencil has been super popular, and for the size that the 3 of them are, it's really a great investment. And then I'm going to read these sentiments to you because I do think they're perfect for card makers. They're very encouraging. Live life in full bloom. Plant seeds and watch them grow. Let your dreams blossom. Cultivate a grateful heart. You are so strong. I've been saying that a lot to my daughter who's 12. May your day be filled with joy. Thinking of you always. To plant a flower is to believe in tomorrow. Every flower blooms in its own time. We blossom through every hardship. Face each day with an open heart. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. This is a beautiful stamp set. So again, this is part of our Just a Note release, and it is available exclusively at Simon Says Stamp. You know, with school starting, speaking of my daughter, with school starting, those kind of sentiments are great on lunchbox notes to put on the refrigerator, so when the kids get their cereal out in the morning, they see that. It's any note of encouragement touches our lives. This is a die called Teacher. See, it's actually a die set. It's the teacher word with the background shadow on here. This is illustrated by Kathy Zilski. Kathy Zilski usually joins us for our lives. I didn't see her oh, she is chatting with us today. Hey, Kathy, it's good to see you as always. And I want to share some cards with you that use another layering stencil. You guys have been really loving our layering stencils, so we designed some more for you. So it's kind of, there's a lot of stencils here. There's 4 stencils here, and they don't really look like anything when they're alone like this. And they come as a pack of 4. This pack is called Layering Apples, and when you layer them the right way, see how you can use 4 different colors on these, you'll get apples just like this. And to illustrate what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you some of these gorgeous cards. So this card used the Teacher, one of the dies from this Teacher, and who made this? Oh, Joe Sasavith. Joe, I love this card. And then a sentiment strip that says, "You are the best." And this is all, I actually don't think that Joe used ink here. Now, here's a little tip or trick. I'm new to this tip or trick, and I've been stamping, definitely I've been here at Simon for 21 years, and I started stamping well before that, as my mom could attest when I was a little girl. This is new to me. Joe used the stencil, and I don't know if you can tell, but Joe used paint. I suspect this is Tim Holtz acrylic paint, and he layered this apple. He probably waited in between layers for them to dry or used a heat tool, but on black, in person, that really stands out on black cardstock. So this is a great idea, and I highly recommend that you guys try paint with your stencils too. It can be messy, and you might have to do it 3 or 4 times, but honestly, there's a lot of fun in doing it 3 or 4 times. This card is by Callie Person, and Callie is illustrating here how to do it with positively saturated ink. So Callie used her stencils with positively saturated ink, as did Mindy Egan right here. I love the different colors of her apples. It's funny how people put the apples and the Teacher together. See, we send these products to our designers. This one was Barbara Terriau, and we don't tell them what to do with them. So isn't it ironic how many people put the Teacher with sentiment strips and the apple stencils? I love how great minds think alike, and I love seeing different ways to use the same products that are even very similar. And then here's another card. This one is by Bromero Cards. Hey, Ricky Bromero, thank you for sending in your art. He used the stencil, but he also used another new product by Kathy Zilski, which I will be showing you in a few minutes to make this little note. And I've got one more project using the layering apples, and this one is by Callie Person. Thank you, Callie, for sending in all of your work. So thank you really to all of the designers who from all over the world have sent us things to share and showcase with you today. This is a die set called Looking Sharp, and when I say set, these can be trimmed apart, these 2 dies, and they make 2 separate dies. So if you wanted to just put the one die, like the Looking Sharp, you can. This is by Mindy Egan. I love how Mindy did this. She actually cut out the die multiple times in white cardstock and black cardstock to make it pop out. But she didn't use the background. She just used the Looking Sharp part. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well. Am I explaining that very well? If you're in the chat right now, tell me, am I doing okay? Like, am I going too fast? Because I have a reputation about me of going way too fast. Now, this is by Mindy Egan Design, and I want to show you the other product. This is a miracle stamp. This is one cling mounted stamp made in the USA. It's called School Supplies. And Mindy very creatively white embossed this stamp and then ink blended over the top of her ink blending. And how freaking beautiful is this? Simple and gorgeous. This is something that I would make 100 of, maybe not in one day, I'm not that fast of a snapper, but this is a great one to, as they say, mass produce with lots of impact. So thank you, Mindy, for sending that. Now I have a couple of other samples actually using this stamp, and this actually, I'm saying the word actually a lot. Okay, Meg Brooks did something a little different with this. So she used the cling stamp and cut out some of the pieces on it. So see, she cut out the pencil. I guess actually this lined paper. Oh, clever. These are just lines that were freehand drawn on there. That was actually not even stamped. Yes, did I do, I'm feeling, oh, yes, Reed.
I don't think that's.
I'm feeling like that pencil, all right.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, hold on. I'm wondering, that pencil was a little different size. That pencil is actually from this stamp set. Although you could cut the pieces out, I mean, that is an idea. You could stamp and cut these individual pieces out. You could do that. However, that's not what Meg Brooks did here. Meg used this stamp set. So this stamp set is called The Right Stuff, W-R-I-T-E, very cute. Looking sharp, that's a really good point. I'm telling you, if you want to make friends, agree with what they say. That's a really good point. When my kids tell me something, I'm like, oh, that's a really good point. You're something to write home about. You're the highlight of my day. You're so right. Again, people love to hear that. You are so sharp. You have the right stuff. You're just the right person. Tickled ink to meet you. Great stamp set for your new teacher, your new teachers at any school, really. This, again, has the right stuff and has coordinating dies that are sold separately or as a set. Again, available exclusively at Simon Says Stamp, but I've got tons more inspiration with this stamp set. So let me show you some of these beautiful cards. This is by Barbara Terriau. Barbara, tickled ink to meet you. Love how she colored those all in. Another one, Slimline card by Susie Plantamura. Long, so she just stamped the side by side repeatedly to create this nice long slimline card. I love that, Susie Plantamura. You know, some people on social media who post a lot of their inspiration on social media have shared with me something that I always wondered. I don't see a lot of people posting their slimline cards on social media. Oh, gorgeous, Meg Brooks. And a few different bloggers and influencers have told me the slimline ones are hard to photograph because they're so long and thin, they sometimes get awkward, but I still love making them. Slimline cards are a lot of fun to make. They give you a lot of room to get creative and work with. So I encourage you, even if you're not using inspiration from the internet for a slimline card, or even if you're using an A2 sized card, which this is an A2 size card as inspiration, I would encourage you to draw it out and, oh, the irony of drawing it out. I would encourage you to draw it out, extend it into a slimline card because they're a lot of fun to make slimline cards. They give you a lot of room to be creative. And this is by Mary Reiner. Aren't these beautiful? You can make bookmarks, the possibilities with this stamp set. And look, this one is by Heather Rui as well. Heather, you're on fire. Not only did she make this beautiful card, she added the Just a Note, which is a die I'm going to show you in a second. She also stamped her envelope to coordinate. And if I know Heather Rui, she probably made multiples of this card. And she's one of those people who's really good about actually sending the cards she makes. She's probably already made cards or has cards in mind to make for her son's teachers at school because she's super mom like that. And I love that I get cards from her too. I love card makers who send their cards. Okay, on the note topic, I told you a few minutes ago there was a card that I showed you that used a stamp up and coming. This stamp set is by Kathy Zilski and it's simply called Noted. It's been insanely popular. As a matter of fact, Kathy and I just had an email conversation. Is it still called conversation when you're on email?
Sure.
Today about how popular this stamp set is. Lots of things that you can say. And these are not just sentiments that you plug in here, but you can also put them on cards. Today you're winning at. Celebrate the little things. Check off as you go. A list that's all about you and all kinds of positive, uplifting sentiments. And again, this is called Simply Noted, and it's illustrated by Kathy Zilski. I've got a die set that coordinates. If you want to have your cutouts not fussy cut, you want to do something nice and neat, it's also a coordinating die set. And this by Callie Person gives you some of the possibilities that you can do with a stamp set. See how Callie turned this stamp set into this card. She elected which sentiment she was going to put in there, and she custom made this card for somebody special. Now this Just a Note is available separately. It is actually a die set that Kathy Zilski illustrated. So it's 2 dies, it's a shadow and a word. So this Just a Note is part of our Simon Says Stamp Just a Note collection. Now, how beautiful and colorful is this inspiration? Each one of these elements, I don't know if you can tell on the screen, has been cut out. Whether it's been fussy cut or die cut, it gives the card a lot of extra dimension. And this card is by Susie Plantamura. I treasure Susie's cards. This is gorgeous. So she used that Just a Note here. But if you recognize, remember how I went goo goo gaga for that clever cling stamp? This is an illustration of, I guess this wouldn't have been die cut, this would have been fussy cut. So she fussy cut these elements. And I've got another really beautiful card. This one is by Sherry Carroll. Hey Sherry, if you're in the chat, it's good to see you. I got to be on a call with Sherry just a little bit ago. Looking Sharp. So she die cut that and colored in the this cling stamp. And if you're asking what color or what name that is, it's School Supplies is the name of this cling stamp. I've got one more beautiful piece of inspiration. This one is also by Heather Rui using that cling stamp. She added the teacher die. So I hope, if anything today, I'm not trying to convince you that you need to buy all of these exact products to make all of these exact cards. I'm hoping that what we're doing today is inspiring you to create. I hope it's inspiring you to take some time this weekend or today. I mean, why not? When we're done with this live, do it now. Why wait? This cling stamp is called Ticking. Some inspiration, this one is by Mindy Egan. See the ticking in the background? Again, the teacher, again, the apple stencil. I've got another one. This used ticking, this is by Karen Downs. This used it in a very interesting way. She white embossed the stamp and used it as a background for a sentiment. And then how gorgeous is this? So Tina Smith took some of the daisies that I'm gonna show you in a few minutes to put the ticking in front of the ticking. Really elegant, beautiful, unexpected card. If you ask me, I like those colors a lot too. Okay, so this right here, these are called daisy heads. And those are also part of our Simon Says Stamp. Oh, no, that's not, nope, those aren't the daisy heads. Let me come back to that in a minute. I'm gonna show you daisy heads. So these are daisy heads. These are embossing, well, they're dies, but they also emboss in the center. So you can see here on some of these cards. This is by Karen Downs again. Well, I'm gonna have to start wearing my reading glasses for these. You know, I don't know if anybody else out there is getting older, but I am definitely getting older and I'm in denial. So I don't wear my reading glasses that I'm supposed to read or supposed to wear to read. I just try to wing it and then I find myself squinting and pulling it away and pulling it closer, pulling it away. Does anybody else out there experience that? This card is by Cindy at CRN Cards. And can you tell in the camera how the middle of those flowers are embossed? And then she added a little bit of ink blending on top of it to make them stand out. She stamped that where flowers bloom, so does hope. That was on the stamp set that I showed you a few minutes ago called Plant Sentiments. It goes really well with daisy heads. And we have another really beautiful die set for you. This is called Fresh Cut Floral Stem. And I say set because these are separate cuts. This card by Callie Person is a good illustration. So she layered the pieces and the cuts on top of each other to make this beautiful card. And I'm gonna show you the embossing folder in a minute that she used also to make that. But before I move on to embossing folders, I wanna show you one other outstanding floral die. This is actually a plate. It's a die plate. So you use it through all of your normal machines, whether you have the Gemini or Big Shot or whatever you have. You can use our dies in all machines. This is called Super Sunflower Plate. So this is large sized and it covers a card front as Joe Sasavith illustrated here. So this die, and he added a lot of nice touches. He ink blended, he splattered, he added the just a note that we saw a few minutes ago. He added a sentiment strip, you are my favorite. Those sentiment strips are really nice for cutting and trimming out, so you're not having to stamp and emboss or even just stamp such tiny little sentiments. Great cards. This is by Cindy at CRN. So isn't it interesting how we sent this to 2 different people and how they came up with such similar designs and colors in their cards? I love it when that happens. Like I said, great minds. Susie Plantamura with another stunner. She made hers into a shaker card. And this acetate is our Simon Says stamp. Clear acetate is great for the covers of shaker cards. Nina Marie Trapani had the same idea here. She made a shaker card.
Her response to the last name was, you can just call me whatever you want, you know I'll answer.
Aw. I call her Nina. I love Nina. I'm really grateful to get to work with great people here. That's the key to our success here at Simon Says Stamp. If you've joined me on a live before, you've probably heard me say it before, and I'll say it again and again and again. One of the secrets to our success is that we are card makers, we are creators, we are making the products for you, we are trying to inspire you and educate you and show you fun ways to use the products that we spend so much time designing. And Nina is one of those people that illustrates and designs a lot of the products that I get to showcase you in these lives. This card is by Karen. Karen was on fire. Love it, love it, love it. She used the daisy heads. She also used, I told you I was going to move on to, actually, I don't know if I did tell you, but this Just a Note release is loaded with our amazing, very, very, very popular 3D embossing folders. And so look at that beautiful dimension that our new gradient dot embossing folder created. Love that. Also, the gradient dot embossing folder, this card by Joe Sasavith. Love, I mean, if you guys were in person, I wish you could feel this, because it really does give 3D dimension and texture to these cards. And this card by Callie Person. Love that she wasn't afraid to just emboss on top of her layered sunflowers there. And how fun is that? This almost reminds me of something I'd make for one of my kids when they were going to do an athletic event or something. Or when I was in school, my colors were blue and gold, but this would be great for somebody whose school colors are red and black or silver. This is by Ricky Bromero. Love, see that 3D embossing folder? Now, I love you, gradient dot embossing folder, but I'm going to trade you in for what is admittedly my all-time favorite embossing folder. And you guys are going to see this again in a few minutes. This one is called Margot Tile, and this is my new all-time favorite for many, many reasons. I'm going to show you one inspiration now, and then I'm going to show you some more inspiration later. So this card by Barbara Terriau, she actually, you know, Barbara, I don't really exactly know how you did this. I feel like you used sandpaper to uncover the white, but I'm not really sure how you made this card. Barbara's blog is bterriau.blogspot.com, and if she doesn't show you now how she did that, I bet she will soon. She used this Margot Tile embossing folder, and how freaking gorgeous. Now, remember, Margot Tile, M-A-R-G-O-T, I'm gonna come back to that in a little bit. But for now, I've got a couple more really pretty embossing folders to show you. This one, and they are not the redheaded ugly stepchildren of embossing folders. Just because I already declared my favorite doesn't mean I don't also love these. Because look how gorgeous this Vines folder is. Again, it's 3D, and Callie Person used it on this gorgeous background card. She inked over, she just embossed with white and then inked green over top of it. And then this other really beautiful card, this one by Meg Brooks. Thank you, Meg, for taking the time to send in these beautiful cards that you've made. So this is also beautiful. Again, obviously, this one is not, you know, what do they say? I don't know. What did they say? The runt of the litter? I don't know. I should stop with the puns. But this one is called Darcy Bouquet, and this one's special too because it comes with 3 coordinating dies. So this is a gorgeous 3D embossing folder, and you can see here and here how Joe Sasavith, he actually cut out, I don't know if you can tell, this is a 3-dimensional tag, and this beauty by Susie Plantamura, she embossed and colored and cut out. So she cut out exactly, these 3 dies cut exactly the flowers on that embossing folder. And this is also a beautiful card. Callie Person chose not to die cut, but she did emboss this card and then color what she embossed. And this card by Cindy, we posted this on social media recently. Isn't this gorgeous? This like, mixed media distress look. I mean, this is just really beautiful. Speaking of distress, we've got some news to share with you guys later on today. And in today's blog hop, you'll note Simon Says Stamp has an Instagram page, and I just posted a card made with this golden fern this morning. This is a golden fern 3D embossing folder. These are all exclusive to Simon Says Stamp and available now and shipping now. Summer Bouquet, almost finished with the product displays. Summer Bouquet is a stencil, and you can see these beautiful cards right here. Callie Person and Mindy Egan Design both used the stencil to make these gorgeous cards. And I've got a few other products I want to show you without inspiration that were part of this Just a Note release. So these are our Perfect Day sequins. I always like to add in a sequin pack into our releases for beautiful little extra, I don't know, color and pizzazz. And then we've got sentiment strips that are reverse and sentiment strips that are regular. These are a pack of 4. It's reverse teacher and just teacher. So you get 4 sheets. These fit perfectly in our Simon pockets. So if you go to our website, you can see we have pockets that are available for storing not just your stamps, but also for storing your sentiment strips. And if you're going to join us at Stampaway next weekend, you will see that I will be using this A7 scalloped rectangle set. This is a massive set. We have the masks and the outlines of stencils. You will be using this in one of the make and takes. What's going on, Reed? I see your arm up.
Oh yeah, Barbara confirmed she did emboss that folder and then sand the top to get that effect.
Oh, Barbara. Look at this. So this was the Margot tile embossing folder, and the timing was perfect because I want to share with you all the kit that is the giveaway of today's live. So if you've been commenting in the chat, keep commenting, or if you haven't yet, be sure to comment, because Reed is going to be choosing one lucky commenter to win this kit. Now, you're not going to get the cards. I'm going to keep those for display at Stampaway, but you'll see Margot Towel. So Kathy Zilski made all these cards. Thank you, Kathy, for making them and for sending them in. Look at how she used Margot Towel. She just took a piece of paper that came in this kit. So this is our August card kit of the month. Here, Kathy used the stamp set. You know what? I'm going to show you the kit, and then I'm going to come back to the inspiration. So this kit is an excellent value. It's $34.99 if you subscribe. This stamp set alone retails for $24.99, and I have tons more stuff in this kit to show you, so you'll understand this kit is a huge value. It's our August kit of the month. It's a no obligation subscription. You can just come into our store and purchase the kit by itself and add other products to it. If you do that, it's going to be $39.99. But if you subscribe, it's $34.99. Comes with this Retro Wishes beautiful stamp set. Also comes with the Margot Tile embossing folder, my favorite. And I put these kits together, so you can tell I'm probably biased. I chose my favorite product to put in the kit, and Nina Trapani illustrated this stamp set. She also, per my request, did, or I don't know, actually was it Sherry or Nina who did? These are 2, they're exactly the same stencil, but we provide 2 of them for you. So if you layer your inking as, I think, if you want to layer your inking like here, you don't have to go clean one stencil before you do it. You can do one layer, set that stencil aside, and then do the other layer. So it comes with these 2 stencils. It also comes with this sheet of cardstock. It comes with a sheet of Simon 120. I don't know, actually, is this Simon 120? Let me look. It's Nina Solar White 110. You know, that's one of those things, my dad uses the expression, oh, it's six of one, half a dozen of the other. I like the Nina 110, and I also love the Simon 120. They both work great for coat book coloring. And here's our Simon, beautiful, beautiful metallic. This die, it's called Champagne. This die cuts really nicely, and it's a matte finish, so you don't see your fingerprints on it. I like that a lot. You also get, I showed you those sponge pouncers. You get the sponge applicator as part of your kit, which is really nice for working with a stencil, but these applicators are nice for all kinds of things, not just stencils. You also get, remember earlier I showed you those sticky notes that people are using? I'm actually gonna open this pack. Those sticky notes that people are using for the back of their cards, we have them available for you. I don't remember what these retail for. Somebody can put in the chat. These are either $2.99 or $3.99 if you buy them alone, but they also come in the Simon Says Stamp August card kit of the month. $2.99. So yeah, that's pretty good. $2.99 for a pack of Post-its. And then all of these gorgeous, gorgeous papers. I mean, hello. These are from the Lovely Blooms set, and they're double-sided. And these are branded with Pink Fresh Studios. Can everybody see my camera okay? The storm outside is making the lighting in here a little weird. Are you guys okay? Comment in the chat how you feel about my lighting. My box might be blocking some of it too. So beautiful double-sided papers. Again, I am showing you our August card kit of the month. I'm a sucker for the flowers, but if you don't want to use the flowers, there's lots of other options for papers in this kit too. These rainbows are really beautiful. And these are a nice quality paper. These aren't those chintzy, buy 10,000 sheets of paper for $1. These are nice, nice papers. So if you're gonna put them on something handmade, I think you want quality when you're doing handmade. I do. If I'm gonna take the time to make something with my own hands, I want it to be nice quality. So this piece of paper, you kind of got a sneak peek of it when I was showing you Kathy Zilski's card. So Kathy used this paper with the Margot Tile embossing folder to create this beautiful card. And then again, all the papers are double-sided. Now, to top off this kit, we did something a little extra special. We included 2 Simon Says Stamp branded ink pads. This is the Positively Saturated formula, and this is our white premium pigment formula. We just found that white ink performs better in pigment. So we have our own white ink, and I think that's a staple that we all need, especially with snow and the holidays coming up. But that white ink performs beautifully when you stencil on other colors too. All of these cards, I don't know why I keep turning them around, all of these cards are made by Kathy Zilski, and she simply used a sheet of the paper and then stamped and gold embossed over it to make this card. So this is a good one that's for mass producing. And she used that pinwheel stencil set to make this. And then she cut out those little sheets of paper, added some sequins to make this card. So I think that's really lovely. Now before, okay, let me slow down. This is the August card kit of the month. And if you are commenting in the chat, Reed is watching, because somebody is going to, now I'm sorry I opened some of the products, but somebody is going to win that card kit at the end of my live. And I'm not quite finished yet, because there's another thing I want to talk about. Right before I went live, there was a big, beautiful, wonderful Halloween announcement. So Tim Holtz announced his mica stains for Halloween. How beautiful. I don't know, can you tell? You know what? You should look at these on our website, because we give samples of how beautiful this mica is in spray form. There's also black opaque paste. It's a matte, fun for Halloween, but also black, I'm telling you, is a stunner all year round. And the showstopper is the glow grit paste. Yes, you heard me right. This glows in the dark. So if you go to the website, you'll see this is one of the prominently featured new products, and even the store image makes it showcases how beautiful this grit paste glows. Now Tim is going to do a live where we can go to the front camera if you want, Reed. Tim is going to go live and showcase all of those products with tons of inspiration for you coming up in the coming weeks. However, I wanted to show you because they just went live today, and also we sell them as sets, we sell them as individual colors. They're available separately and they're available as sets. We are shipping them now from Simon Says Stamp. And if you were listening closely to my live, I gave you all a little coupon that you can use until August 15th. It's NEW, the number 2, and the letter U, new to you. So you can get $5 off any order that you place at Simon Says Stamp in the coming weeks. Okay, so lots of inspiration. Reed, what's going on your side of the woods?
One clarification, Tim announced today that he will be going live August 5th to showcase these new items. So that'll be at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, August 5th.
Thank you, Reed, for the specific information. Saturday, August 5th, Tim Holtz will be going live, showcasing inspiration and those beautiful mica stains and new Halloween products from Ranger. Available and just announced today.
Quick clarification about Stampaway USA. Tickets are on sale on their website, stampawayyusa.com. You're not going to find tickets at simonsaystamp.com. They're only at stampawayyusa.com.
Can you check something for me, Reed?
Yeah.
Is it stampawayyusa.com or is it stampawayyusa.org? Because I can never remember. Okay, good. So stampawayyusa.com is where you can pre-purchase your tickets for next Friday night in Cincinnati, Ohio, or for Saturday. Are they pre-selling tickets for Saturday? Or for Saturday, August 5th in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's at the Sharonville Convention Center. It's a nice big convention center. There's hotels right attached to it, so it's pretty easy for you to get in and out of the Sharonville Convention Center. For the past, I don't even know how many years, my son would always go with me. And we made a tradition of it, we'd go to Kings Island afterwards. This year he has golf. He's in high school now, and so I know they have a golf match on that day. So I don't know if I'm gonna be lucky enough to get to spend that day with my son too, but there's gonna be lots of people. I encourage you, bring, really it's probably good for kids 10 and up would be my guess. My daughter's 12. She would love Stampaway. If you came to create, it's a similar shopping environment. There are make and takes, and the Simon Says Stamp booth, we'll have make and takes for you too. No charge for the make and takes. You just pay admission to get into the show. Okay, so that August card kit of the month has a winner. Thank you. Okay, we'll stay on the edge of our seat for just another second. Thank you for joining us live today. Thank you to the illustrators who have designed all of these products for you. Thank you to the artists who have made all of this beautiful inspiration for you. And thank you for watching and sitting with me and hearing about Ohio weather and all these random things going on in life. Thank you, because we get to do this wonderful thing together because of you. So thank you for watching. Somebody won that August card kit of the month. And again, jam-packed with products for you, for your stamping pleasure, and that Margot tile embossing folder I love so much. And that is Robbie Glynn, Glynn. Robbie, email Reed, R-E-E-D, at simonsaystamp.com, and he will mail you your August card kit of the month. It's a beautiful card kit, and I'm telling you, it shows up even more beautiful in person than it does on the website. So that, or on camera, that card kit is amazing. So a few questions just before I say goodbye about the card kit. A few notes about our monthly card kits. They're no obligation. So if you buy the subscription, you can opt out at any time. You just don't pay the invoice we send you. Also, you save $5 if you subscribe, so it's $34.99 if you purchase the subscription to our card kit. It's geared to card makers, but as you could see by the products in it, you can use the products for notes, tags, cards, mixed media. You can use the products in it for anything, and we ship worldwide. So we'll ship you your card kit anywhere in the world. Again, we hope to see you at Stampaway. The first 200 people who shop at the Simon Says Stamp booth are going to receive a free gift. And it's a good free gift. It's a $35 value free gift, so it's a good free gift. Anything I missed, Reed, before we say adios, amigos? Or
don't forget to share and like this video.
oh yeah, share and like our video, because that helps your friends and other people who like card making. It helps the logarithm on YouTube so that this video gets presented to them too. I hope you had a great live with me. Thank you for joining me. And Stephanie, toodaloo. See you later.